accomplished. Just this once. The turbocharged Kia K5.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. It's the NBA on 2K.
Hey, Kevin.
There is a lot of character on that team. David, thank you. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis. And then on Monday, so the Bobcats starting 5. Derek White is out there with Booker. Then there's P.J. Washington. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Gallinari in at the small forward. And for the Pelicans, we've got Joel Embiid, Fournier out there with Garland. Then there's Jeremy Grant. And it's Herter in at the 3 spot. Shot clock at 3. Here's Booker. He can't hit that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. And this matchup with the Bobcats, it's their first meeting of the season.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
Now here's White. He had a 21-point outing in their last game again. And Booker kicks to White. Rejection by Embiid. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Garland, the pass to Embiid. And Chris, just getting into a new year. Already injuries hitting a couple of teams.
Yeah, Kevin, and the big thing, though, end the year healthy. And get your guys back to 100%. Don't rush them back early.
2 points. That one goes.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Garland with it. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out. I thought they looked overmatched. I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
He stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future. And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaways. Amazing floor awareness from Cousins, skilled at spotting the open man.
Garland, the pass to Embiid. And the shot goes down.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here is Gallinari. Passes it to Booker. All alone. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Here's Grant, and it's blocked.
Oh, great instincts there from Washington, reading the situation and rising up to spike it.
And Booker is good for 3. Booker's got 5 points so far.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Fournier. Good D by Booker.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. There's the 3. Here's Washington. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
And the length of Embiid really bothers shooting.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bobcats lead by 3. New Orleans back in a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Bobcats' performance here. Boys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, Joel Embiid out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Garland. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Herter in at the 3 slot. Now here's Embiid. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, but what even was more impressive, in my opinion, was the shot clock. By the end, they were afraid to move the ball anywhere near.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Now here's Booker. He has 5. Gallinari in the corner. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Gallinari's got the lead up to 6 now for Charlotte. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, it was a career year for Evan Fournier, just at the right time. Opted out of his player option over the summer, and he was a free agent.
And Fournier proved that he can put up numbers. Aggressive looking to create with the ball in his hands. This team got a great weapon signing Fournier.
Now here's Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 7.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Outside Fournier. To the left side wing. Grant finds Embiid. And he banks in the layup. 8 points for him.
Proving how legitimate of a threat he is inside. I mean, once Embiid gets it this close, I mean, it's all timeout.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. No good from Booker. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Herter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Fournier in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. White the pass to Cousins. Booker outside. Traps in the tray.
And really Defensively, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
Embiid finds Fournier. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Embiid, the pass to Fournier. Over Booker. Fournier's shot is off.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's White. Pelicans pull it in. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Fast break now for Charlotte. Washington, that's good. And now a 7-point Bobcat lead.
It's tough to question Washington's effort level on the floor. He's seemingly always ready to make a tough play.
Garland dishes to Embiid. New Orleans moving the ball around. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Embiid's got 10 points.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
And here's Booker. 10 points for him. Right at the free throw line, and he hits the jump shot. He's got 12.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
And so it's...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 steal. And that should do it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. I kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. We've got White. Gallinari is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Booker in at the 2 guard. There's White, following the score by New Orleans. Cousins, and the rejection by Embiid.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
And the dunk by Grant.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And the Bobcats with possession here, following the score by New Orleans. And it's White missing. Here's Herter. Gallinari covering. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. It's his first trip to the line.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Charlotte in the lead. Outside, White. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Grant the pass to Garland. Outside Fournier. Pass to Grant. For the lead. Good. Grant's got the lead up to 1 now for the Pelicans.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fournier against Booker. And stolen by Fournier. And they're moving it up. Pulls up. High post. Booker pulls it in.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Cousins. Again, the miss by the Bobcats. New Orleans with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Grant kicks to Embiid. Pass to Garland. Embiid trying to break loose. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Consistent at looking to score. Gallinari knows how to put pressure on defenders and earn that call.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
And stolen by Cousins. And it's the Bobcats on the break. Cousins with the ball. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. Well, some deep threats have really made their presence felt around the league lately. The 2-guard spot, these have been the hottest 3-point shooters for the last month. Evan Fournier, number 1. And, of course, Devin Booker.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play 2-guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Having a reliable 3-point option at off guard, pretty much a necessity these days in the NBA.
The Bobcats have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Feeds to Cousins. 40 seconds left in the third. Doesn't go that time.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And here comes White, leading the fast break. Chalk up 2 there.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
For Charlotte, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. Now, here's Garland. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Trains the three-pointer.
Good at recognizing when the defense is overcommitted. I mean, Embiid is terrific at sharing the ball.
Booker against Fournier. Now, Booker shoots over Fournier. Offline. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Pelican. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Jeremy Grant is out there with Embiid. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Garland. And it's Herter in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And the rejection by Embiid. And here's the break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Now here's White. He's covered closely. And Embiid with the block. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Herter. Nails the corner 3. Herter's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pelicans.
And you can make a coach panic when you take a 3 on the break. But as a good shooter with nobody on him, he's got to take that shot.
Now here's White. Gallinari outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Washington. And Embiid with the block. Out left to the wing. Here's Herter. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Booker looking around. The pass to Cousins. He kicks it to White. Charlotte moving it around.
Oh, Oh, just incredible, that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot. Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they could make and building this lead.
Charlotte calls timeout. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hi, guys. I was able to catch the message James Borrego gave to his team. He told his guys, that team is not going to give it to us. We have to take it. That means staying aggressive and playing with no fear. Kevin, back to you.
Pass to Herter, kicks to Garland, and it's Grant in the corner. Down low, and the dunk by Grant.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Booker against Fournier. Booker the pass to Washington. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
What footwork by Washington. Works the play to perfection and gets free for it. Nice shot.
Pass to Fournier. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for New Orleans.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
But his defense gave them the spark. They were protecting the rim with purpose. They were afraid to bring the ball inside against the big fella.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte.
It's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those feet. Defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here's Charlotte. And here's Charlotte, a 12-point game. Here's Riller. And Grant sends it back. Here's Alexander Walker. So we see the Pelicans taking the W. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.